allow me to welcome you to the Deadboy Detective Agency. We help ghosts resolve their mysteries.
George, what gravitated you to want to work on Deadboy Detectives?
An actor who was desperate for work.
And that's the truth.
That's the truthful answer, Kayana. But listen, once I got it, I was just so excited because I think Edwin is such a fascinating character, and there's so much to play with. There's, for all the fun and supernatural stuff we have going on, there's a lot beneath the surface that's quite complex and kind of an actor's dream, really. So yeah, I feel really lucky.
A lot of character development for sure. For sure.
Have you watched the whole thing?
Oh, did I ever?
Oh, cool.
Very good. Very good. What was your first impression working with each other? Was there like an instant friendship?
As soon as we met each other, we actually met each other at Heathrow Airport before we flew to Canada. Shout out Canada. Whereabouts in Canada are you?
Montreal.
Okay.
Awesome. But yeah, it was kind of love at first sight for us, really. I think we both instantly knew that it was going to be very easy to work alongside each other, and we speak every day and have since the show's aired, and now here we are doing press.
Ghosts who cannot let go.
Deadboy Detectives?
It's Aces, right?
It's just a stupid name.
Whereabouts in Canada did you guys shoot the show? Just curious.
Vancouver.
Very nice. Vancouver, yeah. So Jayden, are there any personality traits that you have in common with your character?
Very, very many. It was kind of the reason why I wanted to play the character so badly, was because I read the brief and was like, well, this just sounds like
this is me.
It sounds like he's describing me. So yeah, I need to read for him. But no, I see a lot of myself within Charles. He's got such a pack mentality, loves his friends, and he's a problem solver, always wants to help people, whether they're going through a bad time or even a good time. He's just a lover, but he's also a fighter, and he has a lot of charisma, which people tell me that I have, but I'm not going to sit here saying I have it because it sounds like I'm blowing smoke up my
I keep him grounded.
He definitely
keep him
does.
grounded.
Someone needs to, right? There has to be a balance.
That's it.
Exactly.
And we have the perfect balance as Jayden and George, the same way Edwin and Charles do. So
Loads of charisma, none.
loads of brains, none.
Are there any characters in the show that turned out differently than when you guys read the script or the comics?
Great question.
That's a really good question. I think Tragic Mix in the comics, and I loved getting to see his story play out. And I'm absolutely in love with the animation sequence where we get to see his backstory.
And it has Michael Beach's voice over the top of it. So
You're better. Can you do a line for me?
No, that's all. That's all.
That's
And my last question is kind of a two-parter. So which character are you most similar to? And also, if you could play any other character, who would you want to play?
I love these questions.
Which character?
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go.
I think I'm obviously most similar to my own. And if I could play another character, I think Esther.
Nice.
Just
Sweet.
because, just to embody Jen Lyon for the day would be enough for me to choose Esther anyway.
I think I'm probably a mix of Edwin and Crystal.
Nice.
And if I could play another character, I think I'd want to be one of the sprites.
Oh, they're so fun.
With him. Yeah, with him. I'd want to be it with him. That would be... Okay, you're going to make it...
Could you imagine us, trapped in a jar together, shouting profanity at people?
Yeah,
Your own
never
show.
or we'd never work again.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly. Right.
yeah.
I would like to hire you. I've heard you're the best.
So Cassius, what gravitated you to want to work on Deadboy Detectives?
I think because Crystal's a different character to one that I've played before. I've not played a psychic medium ever, so I was quite intrigued by that. I know that the comics are successful and have a really great fan base, so I kind of wanted to see how it's sort of adapted to being on screen, and I got to see how weird and wonderful Steve's mind is, and he's created this like incredible show with Beth and all the other showrunners. But yeah, I think that's probably the main reason.
And have you both read the comics beforehand?
Yes, we both read it to do our homework and also give us context of what we're about to enter into.
Okay, perfect. How's your experience working together? What was your first impression when you both met?
Oh my gosh, our first scene was at
The bathroom? No.
I don't think what I can say.
It was the butcher shop, our first scene. Oh,
Yeah,
no, the pilot.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was like you had the one line.
I had one line.
And it was
And I
like
nailed that one line.
nailed it.
Nailed that one line. But it really was just like the door-to-door moment. We saw
Yeah.
each other through the sliver of the crack of the door.
yeah,
And that was our first scene together.
it was super quick.
Probably the best work I've ever done in my life.
No. Oh, come on, having a psychic is paying off. She is absolutely not joining the agency.
You know, I can totally hear you guys.
Yuyu, are there any personality traits that you have in common with your own character?
I myself, I do say I love love. I am a romantic. I have the biggest space of love in my heart for my dog. Shout out Max. Shout out Max.
Shout out Max.
He's my personality. But I think that quality of trying to find the best in people, and I love to say that like I will always support people from the sidelines. I'm a big, advocate for cheering my friends on. And so that essence I found really easy to connect with Nico.
Okay.
Mm.
There's action in this show. That's
There
for
is.
sure.
Yeah, just a bit.
Were you able to perform your own stunts, both of you? And if you were, was there any serious injuries in the making?
Oh, we had an incredible stunt coordinator, and Simon. Yeah, we definitely left that to the professionals because they can make us look good and they know how to do what they're doing. But yeah, I definitely was like, yeah, you guys, you take it from here.
Smart.
In episode 2, they had me up on wires, which was really cool.
Oh yeah,
It felt like a little nod to like the Ring films, which is like a Japanese horror film.
yeah.
And I had my dark hair at that point and up on wires. So that was really cool to experience.
Being on wires is quite cool because that's kind of an experience that you can't really replicate.
You have
without,
to go
you can't
through
sell
it.
it without.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that kind of helps be involved in the scene and like what's happening. But apart from wires, I didn't.
I'm not falling for it.
I was like, I don't know how to pull gracefully or whatever. Yeah, I found it.
And my last question, it's kind of a two-parter. Which character are you most similar to? And if you could play any other character, who would it be?
I mean, I would love to play Esther Fish, played by Jen Lyon, just because the way she has fleshed out that character and created it is.
She added a whole nother element to it. I think brought it much like she brought that character out of the page into her own.
Yeah, she's incredible. So I would like to be Esther Fish.
Big shoes to fill. Big shoes to
She's
fill.
just the baddest. I love it. Who am I most like though? I don't know.
I would like to play Tragic Nick.
No,
Run a store and like get to go through your own eternal struggle of wanting to be a once again. That's pretty fun.
Who are you most like though?
I mean, I would have to say Nico. Like,
You think?
I can't see myself as like anybody else at this
Same.
point.
I don't think I can.
Because everybody does such a good job. I'm like, those are just big shoes to fill. I'm like,
You are my best mate. I wouldn't want to be dead with anyone else.
This sweet moment got really heavy.
Who are the Deadboy Detectives? What can you tell us about them?
Well, they are Edwin Payne and Charles Rowland. Edwin died in 1916, and Charles died in 1989. And now, as ghosts, they solve supernatural mysteries.
Wow. Okay. Beth, How did the process take? Like, how long does it take in terms of approval to casting, shooting? Like, in terms of when did you guys start this?
Well, Steve started well before me. This process was a long process, from development to the series pickup. I came on after there was already a version of the pilot, and we were at Max, and now we're at Netflix, and then the writer's strike happened in the middle. So it's been a long journey to get to air. But in terms of writing season 1 and filming it was a very normal schedule. So we had a writer's room for about 20 weeks, and then we filmed for about 4 months. Yeah, right after.
Wow.
And then we had post-production a few months
And
after.
was it something like, Steve, you reached out to Beth, or Beth reached out to you?
Oh, that would have been fun if Beth reached out to me. No, Beth is a very well-known and well-regarded showrunner. I needed a partner for the show. I was obviously working on another show at the same time. And Dana Schinder at Berlanti Productions was like, I know someone who I think would be perfect. And I was like, she's never going to say yes. And then I was very lucky that she did.
Here we are,
I love
finally
that.
almost airing.
We're very excited that the show is
We're so
almost.
excited.
Yeah, we're very excited.
So good. I'm very excited.
Oh,
So very excited. For both of you, if you could both play any character, who do you think you would relate to the most, or who would you want to be?
Oh, those are two different
Yeah, I was just thinking
questions.
that.
Yeah, I would be Jenny. I would like to be Esther.
I knew you were going to say that. I think I'm most like Charles, and I would like to be Nico. I love how she sees the world.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got to take you to hell.